Hello, everyone, and welcome to this rather strange and unusual commencement ceremony. With me here today is Zak Kopeikin, who is my graduate student and now is Dr. Kopeikin. He successfully defended his thesis called Values, Parts and Wholes in March, just after the university closed the campus for the pandemic. It was, I believe, the first PhD defense that the university allowed to be conducted on Zoom, so Zak is something of a trailblazer in this regard, as well as many others. The external examiner was Professor Krista Bickfist of the University of Stockholm, who was actually scheduled to be on campus for the defense, but because of the pandemic had to cancel his trip. Despite the rather distressing circumstances of the oral defense, Zak gave a brilliant defense of his thesis. His thesis consists of 5 related papers on what one might call the chemistry of value. How does the value of a whole relate to the values of its parts? Is there some simple function like addition, or is value organically unified? Is the value of a whole less than or greater than the sum of the values of its parts? Now, that might sound a little abstract, perhaps even abstruse, but the thesis has very real ramifications for evaluative and moral reasoning. For example, there are influential arguments about the morality of active euthanasia, which turn on something very close to simple additive aggregation of values. Zak, in the course of his thesis, constructs some very convincing counterexamples to additivity, but his thesis is not purely negative. He also argues for a positive account of contributed value, one which explains how a valuable part can contribute to the value of a whole on some occasions and not on others. In the course of a very active graduate career, Zak has published an astonishing clutch of 6 papers, currently has 4 more under review in various stages. He's given papers at many professional conferences in the US, typically refereed conferences like the APA, but also in Sweden, which he visited twice while he was at CU, once when I was there, to my delight. He raised funds for and co-organized the Rocky Mountain Graduate Student Conference. He's won research awards and both a departmental teaching award and a very prestigious university-wide teaching award. Zak, it's been wonderful for me to be able to work alongside you for the last several years. It's been a pleasure for me to be your advisor, and I want to thank you for all that you've taught me along the way. I wish you all the very best for the next stage of your journey.